The New Nigeria People's Party, NNPP, has condemned the defection of Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf to the ruling All Progressives Congress APC, accusing the current federal government of undermining true federalism and reducing state governors to mere subordinates of the presidency. The party's National Secretary, Dipo Olayoko, described Yusuf's defection as a move symptomatic of a broader collapse of constitutional federalism in Nigeria, while the NNPP national spokesperson, Ladipo Johnson, said the governor's defection represents a serious violation of trust, not only against the party, but also against the people of Kano State, who voted overwhelmingly for the NNPP. Joining us on this show to discuss the legal hurdles over NNPP ownership and control, the defection of Kano Governor Abba Yusuf to APC, and the future of the NNPP is Magaji Mato, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, SAN. Good morning, Mato SAN, and thank you for joining us on the morning show.
Good morning, Dr. Abati, and good morning to all the members of the crew.
Good morning.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Well, two quick things.
Thank you.
Dr. Rabiu Kwankwaso, the presidential candidate of the NNPP in 2023, has described January 23 as Betrayal Day, the day that Governor Abba Yusuf said he was moving away from the NNPP to join the ruling APC, along with 8 members of the House of Representatives, 22 members of the House of Assembly in Kano State, and 44 local government chairmen, along with their councillors in the 44 local councils in Kano State. There have been different interpretations of this. What do you think in terms of the future of NNPP, considering that even before now, the NNPP was factionalized? Now, another thing that Dr. Kwankwaso said is that, well, if Governor Yusuf is leaving for the APC, as he has now done, he should leave the position which he won on the platform of the NNPP behind. What is your take on that too?
Thank you very much. Let me address the issue of factionalization of NNPP. I think we need to understand it from both the legal and the factual perspective. There cannot be factionalization just by mere saying of it. NNPP has been a very single party because for you to establish faction, you must not only say it in fact, you must also say it legally. As far as the record is concerned, there is only one NNPP, and there is a single leadership of NNPP. When you go to the website of INEC, you will not be left in doubt that the current and recognizable national chairman of NNPP is Alhaji Ahmed Ajuji, and the members of the Executive Council, of which I am one. So when you leave that realm and then go to the legal perspective, you also find that there is no any pronunciation of any court of law in Nigeria, whether with or without jurisdiction, that two factions exist in NNPP. So what we are facing now is just a mere propaganda. People go around to say, oh, I am the leader in this, I'm the leader in that. And then the public and the media dwell on the propaganda to establish issue of faction. There is no faction in both facts and in law in NNPP as far as the record is concerned. We can prove it anywhere. We agree that some disgruntled elements have gone to courts, but there is no court that they went to and succeeded in tearing the party apart. All the judgments so far that have been given against them. So we understand they are being used for political motives, to promote some private agenda, to create tension where there is none, to create platform for defection where there is none. But I tell you sincerely, from my table as the National Legal Advisor of NNPP, that there is no faction anywhere in NNPP. We can defend it anywhere. Okay. Then the issue of, sorry?
No, go ahead. Go on. You can complete
then the second leg of your question, Dr. Abati, that Dr. Kwankwaso, who is the national leader of NNPP, has pleaded that 23rd, or has said that the 23rd of January should be declared. Well, you see, the point is I really don't want to go into that aspect because that is purely political. As much as I can, I would like to restrain myself to the legal point of view of this discussion. But for whatever reason, his proposition is highly justified. I don't want to be sentimental, and I don't want to go deep into, because I know even His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Kano State, knows better who Konkoso is to him, who he was to him, so he can tell more than any other person, the personality and what is made up of Dr. Rabiu Musa Konkoso. So that should be a personal, and of course it's from the passionate point of view that he is calling for that, because he said that it is only the person that occupies the room that knows where it is leaking. It was a very painful event in Kano, but we know very well that in life, when you believe in God, you trust in God, all hurdles will come and go, but the reality remains about the personality of Dr. Rabiu Musa Konkoso, with all due respect.
All right, okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Mato. I want to ask, now there were already conversations before this defection finally happened. I want to ask, could this have been prevented? Maybe because there have been accusations, counter-accusations, in some instances, rumors or speculations around the reason beyond what the governor said for his departure from the NNPP and defection to the APC. Could this have been prevented? Bearing in mind that this has significant political implications for the NNPP, not just in Kano State, but in Nigeria as a whole. Kano is NNPP's stronghold. Now they've lost not just the governor, but a number of key elected officials with these defections. Could this have been prevented? And now that it has happened, how does the NNPP hope to bounce back?
Oh, yes. So, you can only prevent that which you have power to do so. The NNPP has done all it could within its powers and within the possibilities it can reach to ensure that this defection does not take place, including, of course, personal discussions and advice of those who love the governor, who respect the governor. But that is the much NNPP can do. The governor has his conscience to lead him. He has his advisors that he trusts to advise him. And eventually, this is where he arrived. But I must say, with all level of confidence, that NNPP still remains a very strong stronghold and platform for Kano people and anywhere. Because, you see, where was NNPP prior to the election in 2023? He wasn't there. But the personality at the center raised NNPP from the dust and brought it up to the national limelight and contested election and won elections at various levels of government. So it's not really about the party. It's about the personality involved that are running the affairs of the party. So the efficacy of NNPP as a party and as a platform to run election, nothing. The defection of the governor has done no injury. In fact, it will surprise you to note that what it has rather done is to draw more attention, more affection, more love, more solidarity from the people of Kano and beyond. At this I can testify with all level of authority. So that is the point where we are. We are not celebrating the defection of His Excellency. We are not, because nobody would like to have a child that will become a prodigal son. Nobody would like to have a child that will deviate from the precepts and the concept of the family. But where it happens, what do? You pick up your pieces and you move forward. You move ahead with a stronger vigor to raise the party to a greater height.
Okay, so like the Beatles say, oblidi oblada, life goes on. Does the name Dr. Boniface Aniebuna ring a bell to you?
Please, saying I've not heard that question. I didn't get it, please.
Does the name Dr. Boniface Aniebunam, does it ring a bell to you?
Yes.
Who is he?
Yes, it rings bell only to the... we see him in our own side, to be sincere with you, we see him more of a nuisance, of somebody who probably is playing the role of a pay servant, somebody who has given himself out to be used by opponent to destroy a system that he ordinarily should be the one to nurture the system to grow. That same name is the same name that has been dragging the party to court everywhere. But I assure you, including his own state of origin, he went and instituted a matter and lost against the party. So I see him as nothing but a nuisance. And maybe people that love him should tell him that you should have some level of integrity. You should have some level of maturity.
Magaji Mato, senior advocate, are those words no strong words? Are they not defamatory as a lawyer? As senior advocate of high standing, are they not defamatory? Are they not hard words? When you call somebody a nuisance?
Measure them to be hard words. Of course, when you keep rattling from one court to another, let us be sincere and let us not be sentimental about this. The same name that you have talked about has instituted more than 18 court cases. And each court he goes to, his case will be dismissed, and instead of appealing, he keeps going from one court to another. For God's sake, Mr. Hussaini, what do you call that?
So is that
if
why
the person has a good intention has a right?
You might have differing views and opinions. He might go to a lot of courts. You know, is that even not an indictment on the legal process that somebody can file different 18 cases in different jurisdictions and the court process will not even stop him from doing that? Is that not indicted on our judiciary system rather than you call him a nuisance? If you say he's done that, the reason why he could do that is because the court system permits it. Because, you know, why I'm asking this question is that he keeps saying and he keeps laying claims. In fact, he's brought out some videos or photos in public where he says that was the day that you people came to him in Anambra to come and beg for the political party. So that's why you keep saying that it was before, you know, before NNPP was nowhere, before Kwankwaso came in. Did Kwankwaso found NNPP? Was he in charge of the party? No, he was not, isn't it? He collected it from Boniface and Yema. You can throw some light on that. I might be wrong on that. I don't say I have all the facts. Who did Kwankwaso collect the party from?
No, you are very correct. That Kwankwaso did not register NNPP. You are very correct, but you are also correct that Kwankwaso dusted it from its registration level to a nationally recognized political party. So, you know, and this is not the first time this thing has been done. This arrangement has been done. Nobody begrudge.
Who did Kwankwaso get the party from? Who founded the party? Who registered it? Who did Kwankwaso get the party from?
The same Boniface.
So you can prove to me, you've confirmed to me
that registered.
That it is Boniface and Niebonam that registered the party and Kwankwaso got the party to use from him.
Yes, I can prove to you that to that extent. Okay. I can prove to you to that extent. And we have never in any way denied the fact that
it is the same person that registered the platform you use, you just called a nuisance on TV. And you justified calling him a nuisance on TV. I think we're saying you have to understand the perspective where I'm coming from. Okay. I am saying, you see, we hold him with a high esteem until the very time he goes against the agreements which the party had with him. You know, we don't have any problem that he registered the party. We don't have a problem. But you can bear me witness that the party was nowhere. Nobody knew about the NNPP until the national leader took over the party with agreement. It's not that he went and used gun and say, okay, you must hand over the political party to me. No. Remember that there were discussions, there were agreement, terms were reduced in writing, and everybody agreed, and we are all happy and jubilating. But for you as a gentleman to now later make a U-turn and say, oh, I have problem with this, I have problem, that is where and you didn't raise this thing at the initial stage until somebody suffered. Okay. And raised the profile of the party. Okay. That is when people now are using you from behind to just start. Yes, sir.
Okay, very quickly. when the governor was defecting along with the others who did with him, some people were surprised that, they were all still wearing the Kwankwasia cap. And, you are going to another party, one would have expected that they would change to the president's signature, styled cap. But some people say, well, there's a difference between Kwankwasia and the NNPP. Please, briefly, if you could just explain that distinction to us. Is it possible to go to APC and still be in Kwankwasia movement?
To be honest with you, I think this thing has to do with conscience. Where red cap, everybody knows that is the signature of the personality of Kwankwaso and the Kwankwasia. So if you say you are still wearing red cap and you are still a Kwankwasia in another party that promotes a different and direct opposite of the ideology of Kwankwasia, then you have yourself to answer that question. Because definitely it's not about just the red cap, it's about the ideology that the red cap signifies. So you cannot be a Kwankwasia follower and then in another platform that promotes a contrary ideology from that of the Kwankwaso. So it's not possible. It's not possible, thank you. It's not possible. So I think maybe their conscience are haunting them and they are finding it hard to sever themselves from the very roots that brought them to existence. It could be that. So I cannot say more about the red cap. I cannot say more about the personality of Dr. Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, and I cannot say more about the ideology which everybody in Kano testified to. You may not like him. You may not like him as a person. You may not like him, but you know that he promotes an ideology that goes down to the grassroots, that respects the common man, that is after the children of the common man to rub shoulder with the children of the rich. And that he has succeeded in doing, and that is the same ideology that brought the current governor of Kano State to power. It was based on that basis. Because I can authoritatively tell you that it wasn't Abba that was voted into power, it was Kwankwaso. That I can tell you. And I'm sure even him will testify to these facts, and any other person in Kano.
2027 will tell the true story with regards to who is really the person that's been voted by the people. Because at the end of the day, the people will have the opportunity to choose through the ballots. Thank you so much for your time with us this morning.